Well, I can't say welcome aboard the Brown Hornet because we're not in it again. Got a job to do today in my garage, and that's this new suspension. The old stuff here is looking pretty tired. It's very rusty. I don't know if you can see in there. We'll have a better look when I get that old suspension out. Those leaf springs are pretty bad. So we're going to replace them. Now, interestingly, for boat trailer applications, you'll notice something different there. It's called a parabolic spring. And what it means is it's got a single leaf design as opposed to a multi-leaf design that's on the old ones. Now, the problem you have is that trailer springs, the multiple leaves rub against each other, and they get rusty because these things get dunked in the salt water all the time, and no matter, I hose it off every time, but after 10 years of constant dunking in salt water, they're in pretty bad shape. So I've done a bit of reading on these things. There's pros and cons. I won't go into it in detail, but people say, well, you've only got a single point of failure because there's just one leaf. But the fact of the matter is that I've Googled a lot of broken leaf springs, and they break here and here at the end on the multiple leaf springs. So you've really only got one or at the most two leaves anyway, at the weakest point. So anyway, I went to this place called All States Trailer Spares at Wyong. The man in the shop gave me, I said, just give me what I need to do this job. Some nylock nuts, springs of course. I don't know what they are. Got to work out. Assume they go there. Fish plates, bolts, U-bolts. The first job out here, I've got a rattle gun, a grinder. I reckon we might need that later. Torque wrench up there for later, and miscellaneous tools on my tool bench there. So first things first, I'm going to go and I've got a trolley jack down there and a axle stand. The boat's actually on the car. I don't, then it can't roll away. It's just a bit of a safety thing. So I'm going to go and get one of the wheels off and we'll have a look. Alrighty. Holy shit. That cannot be good. The whole stud is loose. Wow. That'll make it interesting to get off. Well, sometimes things happen for a reason. I decided to do this job. The whole center of this brake assembly has completely shattered. Have a look at that. I've been driving around like this. Look. My gosh. Wow. That's scary. Now, look, the wheels, but that part of the hub is still okay. Notwithstanding, there's that one wheel nut that's broken off that one stud. But they're only just on. Look at that. That one even moves. Look, I reckon I can pull that out. Far out. Wow. I have no idea what could have caused this to occur, but it has completely shattered. Wow. All right, looks like I'm replacing the disc rotor too. Alright, well, I've got this off the trailer and had a bit of time to process it. I'm still not feeling any better about it. That whole centre of that disc rotor assembly has completely smashed and separated itself from the disc itself. The rubber, the most serviceable items on here are probably some of the better ones. The rubber's fine. Bearings are good. There's a little bit in the... I love this white grease because it gives you a good idea. There's a bit of brown in there, so they were due for a swap out. But this could have been a lot worse, guys. This could have been a whole lot worse. I could have killed someone. So anyway, I'm down the street to pick up another... Well, I've got another car available here. I'm going to go and pick up another rotor and hub and come back and put it on. Right, I'm back. It's the next day. So here is the rotors, the disc hubs, off the trailer. This is what it should look like. This is what this one looks like. What I can ascertain is it's a two-piece construction that's been welded together. That used to sit up there like so. So I've obviously welded on. I've either hit something or somehow it's failed and the whole thing has completely smashed to pieces. And that then was sitting in there. I don't use the brakes, as you can tell on this trailer. I put the override on. I've got an off-road vehicle. The trailer brakes do bugger all anyway. I've always said they're more of a hindrance than they are of a help. They just rust and go to shit and give you so little braking it doesn't matter. So anyway, these are getting replaced. These are a Ford rotor. It's a Ford stud pattern, Ford bearings. So it's a public holiday this weekend, so I'll be going to the store this weekend and getting replacements of these, pack some new bearings and get it all in. Now, suspension's on, the original job I set out to do. I didn't film it. It's in there. It's pretty simple. The old stuff came out, the new parabolics have gone in. I'll give you, there you can see, they're all bolted on. It's a slipper fit in there. A single bolt and nut, it's all Nylox. I think they're zinc coated, not galvanised. I'm not sure if those U-bolts are zinc coated or galvanised, but look, the way I see it, this trailer is getting on. This set of suspension will be its last before it goes to trailer heaven in the future. So look, this will certainly see it out. There'll be new brake pads coming. These ones are pretty rusty and pretty awful. So with any luck, look, packing the bearings and reassembling the hubs and installing those, putting the brake calipers back on. It's a pretty simple job. It should. The suspension was a simple job, and it's a day later, and it's only just done. But I've done all that before numerous times. Bearings, when you're towing a trailer that's going in salt water, are a serviceable item. Should do them every couple of years. So with any luck, it's done. I'll take them around the other side. One other little thing I've got to fix here, we've snapped off that stud in there, but I've got plenty on the back, so I'll just get a pair of vice grips on that and get that out. That's the bolt that holds the brake caliper on. But yeah, same deal over here. When it's done, I might even gaffer tape this GoPro to that axle and take it for a drive and look at the suspension in action. That'll be interesting. Haven't seen that on YouTube before. Okay, look, that caliper's pretty well had it, but as I say, I don't use the brakes. They'll be functional once I put the new pads in, but really they'll just sit there. I'll use them occasionally just to get all the scale off the discs. Anyway, that's it for today.